We're international women with real bodies, and we have real issues. Women with Control helps you stay in control. It's the uplifting factor of the no more little, no more jiggle.
No wiggle, no jiggle.
Style is not about size, it's about attitude.
She walks like she's on a mission. Everybody watching her move. Everybody paying attention. Mama ain't raised no fool. She's on fire. She's on fire. She's on fire. Yeah, 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 yeah. She's on fire.
Yes, she is definitely on fire tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is what? June the 21st, 2022. Oh my gosh, can y'all believe like June is almost over? So let me just start by saying, first of all, happy Juneteenth to all of my people. Happy Father's Day to all the awesome fathers out there and those who are fathers to kids who are not yours biologically or not. So happy Father's Day to all my fathers. And of course, happy Pride Month. So we're going to be closing out June, and how we're going to close out June, we're going to close it out with some phenomenal men. This month, I dedicated it to just phenomenal men who are doing great things in business, the communities, and just in life. Because I feel like our men don't get highlighted enough. So I took the platform to say I'm going to be highlighting all of the beautiful men that I know who are amazing. But y'all know I can't do my show without my girl, Betty, my talent bestest producer. Hello, darling.
Hi.
Or should I say aloha?
Aloha.
Well, they don't know. Well, you guys, we're going to share a little tip, but our beautiful Betty is actually moving on to PA this month, and she's about to move her butt to the beach. So we had a great goodbye party for her on Saturday, and it was absolutely amazing. But she's not going anywhere because she's staying right here on Behind the Vibez. So, darling, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's something about Tuesdays, man. It's the Moneyest Tuesday ever was, but I've decided and affirmed for myself that it doesn't matter what moment in the day, you can always start fresh. And I'm going to have a fantastic finish to a very, very mixed up Tuesday. So I'm going to enjoy this show. We've got phenomenal guests. I'm so looking forward to speaking with them and finally meeting some of them.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I get to be actually in the studio tonight. So I actually get to be here with our guests. Well, half. It's half and half. We have some on Zoom and some actually here in Long Island here at Stronghold. I'm sorry, Strong Island. Well, I don't know why I said Stronghold. I feel like I'm in a stronghold because Tuesday feels like Monday to me.
I get it. Yeah, for real.
Okie dokie. So, all right, Betty, question for you.
Yes.
So, and before we get into the show, we just want to give our Behind the Vibes condolences to Mac and to Jacinth and to his family, and we are keeping them in prayer. Mac unfortunately lost his sister, and her funeral was today. So please keep Mac and Jacinth in your
vibes, whatever you believe in, send it their way.
Right, because that's our tribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So please keep them in your prayers. We are thinking about them, and we're still going to do How You Lovin' tonight and dedicate that one to Jacinth and Mac tonight. So we're going to get it popping. And when we do How You Lovin', we're talking about love and entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. We're going to go for it too.
Yeah.
Jacinth, if you're listening, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
I know. Hold on. Are you calling us mice? I thought we were the cats.
I mean, we can be. Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes
you can be anything you want to be, Angela.
I can. You know why I can? Because I have on my my authentic Ibit shirt, which means what? We must have Ibit in the building. So when we come back, we're going to go through our 60-second run through with all of our guests where they're going to give us a 30-second just overview of their life, career, and what they want to do going forward for 2022. So we're going to get into that when we come back on Behind the Vibes.
She walks like she's on a mission. Everybody watching her move. Everybody paying attention. Mama ain't raised no fool. She's on fire. She's on fire. She's on fire. Yeah, 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 yeah. She's on fire.
We're international women with real bodies, and we have real issues. Women with Control helps you stay in control. It's the uplifting factor of the no more little, no more jiggle. Style is not about size, it's about attitude.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So, you guys see, I'm just surrounded by these handsome men right here, and I'm kind of twinning with this one right here. So, real quick, we're going to do our 30-second run through, and we're going to do it like this. We're going to do Bobby first, then we're going to hit Chris, then we're going to go to Fat Lace.
Okay.
How's that? Sound good?
Awesome.
All right, and then we're going to go to Lyrical Soul. All right, so Bobby, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Who are you?
My name is Bobby Stone. I'm the leader of the new old school.
Yes,
Ibit. Also co-on. You know, we just here to support also independent brands. That's what the new old school is all about. Movement, the movie, etc., etc.
I can't wait for that movie.
Yeah. I want to share time for my brothers, but it's much more. But I want to share time for the bros.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right. I love that. Keep it moving.
Yeah.
All right. And then our next guest up, he is a supermodel. That's what we're just, I mean, because Chris, that's what Chris is. He is a supermodel. He has been on publications, on television, and on multiple runways. Please welcome Mr. Chris Noel.
Mr. Perez.
Hey, Edge, my brothers. How y'all doing? Behind the Vibes, what it is.
The twin.
We was twinning too.
Yeah, they twinning too. They got the beard game.
The floor is yours, Chris, please.
What's up, y'all? What's up? My name is Chris Noel. I do many things. I'm a model, I'm a mentor, I'm a coach, I'm an educator. I do a million different things, but much like Bobby, I want to share space with my brothers. I'm just glad to be here with y'all today. I miss chopping it up with folks. The past few years have been crazy, so I'm just glad to be here with like-minded folks.
Awesome. Well, we are happy and just blessed to have you. Thank you for taking the time out to actually hang out with us tonight and share your wisdom to those who are listening. And I'm going to just scoot on over here because Jersey's in the house.
Yes.
Can I introduce Beards and Bowheads?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
I feel
Mr. Fat Lace is in the building.
I feel blessed.
And Holly Taylor.
Yeah, that too.
So 30 seconds. Tell us who Beards and Baldheads is.
Yes, it's one of the dopest shows on the planet. Beards and Ballheads, BKS1 Radio TV. I'm the host, the creator, and I'm here with y'all.
And you a model.
I heard.
I saw.
You saw it?
I saw.
And an actor. He's being modern.
Yo.
And an actor.
And I'm his brother.
Yes, and his brother.
Yes, you know, it's a lot of love. I'm down with Tino's. When you're down with Tino's, you get a lot of love, a lot of opportunity. That's what happens.
You do.
Men appreciating men. That's one of the gaps we have in our community. But let's move forward. We're
going to talk about that. And last but certainly not least, let's introduce Mr. Lyric Soul.
Boom,
Hello, Mr. Lyric.
Peace, y'all. How y'all doing?
Hey,
I'm
brother. It's good.
Y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, beautiful. Well, I'm Jim Marley, Lyrical Soul, lyricist, educator, entrepreneur, and much like the rest of y'all, man, I'm happy to be here for sure and sharing the space. You heard?
Absolutely. And we are happy to have you here. And again, thank you for taking the time out to actually sit down and talk with us and actually share who you are and your experiences.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Awesome. That's another awesome gentleman right there.
Yes. Well, I'm excited because I mean, we do something here where we send out questionnaires to all of our guests. So that's what Betty does. Betty and I really took time to really write that questionnaire to find out who you guys are. And I love the way you guys answered it. So your 30-second interview, that was really cute, but we're going to dive into it when we come right back.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're up first.
Oh, let's not do it.
Bobby know how to set it off right though.
I invited all my real ones with me.
Bobby know how to set it off.
He does.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, cool. All right, so Bobby, first of all, let's talk about the fashion show because the last time you were here, we were getting ready for the fashion show.
Yes.
And then we had
I
the
watched
fashion
that the
show.
other day. I watched that. Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I did.
You did.
Yep.
And
I watched the whole preview of us talking about the fashion show.
oh, right, the show. You talking about our show?
Yes.
Yes.
Behind the Vibez show.
Yes, behind the Vibez show.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about your actual fashion show.
Yeah.
Yes. So let me ask you this: that whole day, I mean, it was an amazing time.
Mm-hmm.
And Betley, you can definitely chime in because he was there. He was like a supermodel on the runway. I mean, that was probably the most time I did not feel like a model because I was around all of these supermodels who I did not know existed because y'all just like took the essence of modeling and ran with it. I was like, I'm just gonna close my book. I'm just gonna sit here.
He was killing that day though.
But you know, I only walked twice. And really, I was only going to walk once, but Rob, I was like, I have to walk.
But you was doing the interviews and all that.
Absolutely.
You was getting super busy.
Yeah.
Guess who put down the green carpet?
You put down the green carpet.
Guilty. I did because it was taking too long, and I wanted to be.
She wanted to get her
and I wanted to be perfect, right? And I wanted the models to have.
That's what I'm saying. Teamwork. Well, what's your question?
So my question is this. From that day from the fashion show, what was the biggest thing that you learned in regards to for it being your 5th year of the Earth Day fashion show with all the experience, the models that you worked with, all the designers, and shout out to, it was like pretty much all males except for one female designer there.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Well, that helps my thing. I would definitely have more female designers in the building. You know, I think I was most of the time I always have a lot of female designers. So this was a year where I was promoting a lot of male designers.
I think it was great.
Yeah, which was dope. But I think I would just balance it out more. You know, because people that don't know about the new old school, it looked like I was pro homie.
I wouldn't say that.
The only female designer was the swimwear girl.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Which was dope.
Which was real dope.
Well, that was amazing.
It was dope.
Yeah, I mean,
that I would do differently, and the other thing I would do differently, I would consider the next one being in the city. I know Brooklyn. We done the last 4 in like Brooklyn, but our first one was in Manhattan.
Oh, so you want to go back to Manhattan?
Yeah, bring everybody to the city. Chris will come. My boy,
I pull up anywhere. I'm in Jersey though, so let's go for the Jersey show.
Brooklyn, all of us New York brothers, we go anywhere. So that's what I would do. I'd be like, yo, come to the city this time.
Yeah.
That's how I would answer that question.
Okay. And then next year going forward is going to be year number 6.
It'll definitely be year number 6.
That's going to be year number 6.
And bigger, better, you know. I'll have some artists performing probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I kind of actually appreciate that because you are an artist.
Yeah.
I like the fact that, you know, you promote artists.
Mm-hmm.
So having an artist at the show, I think it's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think some guests, they just want to see a fashion show. So all my friends get mad, yo, let me rock. I would just be like, but I think that it would have been the times where we had gaps where people were waiting for the models to come out. Those would have been opportunities to like have artists to come perform. I'm gonna put it. I'm learning.
Right. It's a process. It's a process. Well, you did an amazing job, and I had a ball.
And you bodied, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will say this: you have to go on Bobby's page. He just put these pictures up of me, and you know what? The pictures were great, but you know what's even better? The people's expression in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even look at myself. I looked at the people in the background, and I always do that because I feel like if the crowd is having a great time, then I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
Yes.
In that situation, the models are the MC. Like in my world, the MC control the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, you looking at the crowd, like the model is in control of the crowd.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That is very true. And like your coworker said, she was like, I got free stuff. So you can't complain when you're getting free stuff.
Yeah. Well, that was the key. So our thing was, you know, I'm not one of the dopest designers, but I love to engage the crowd. So I was like, we're going to come out, we're going to give the crowd free stuff. We just going to throw stuff.
That was fun. It was a lot of fun, and people were very much intrigued, and they were with it.
Yeah.
So
that's a coin now. Come to the next fashion show and get some free stuff.
Yes, but I gave out some hats and some T-shirts.
Dope.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So speaking of artists, let's talk about music really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have going on with music? Because you know my favorite song is still Customer Service.
Customer Service, yes. Well,
that's my favorite song.
This July 9th, I'm bringing out some artists. Lyrical Soul is one of them.
Nice.
Hopefully Fat Lace are coming, you know, co-host, and Chris Perez got some poetry. I don't know if he's free this summer, but I'm bringing out all my friends. It's a Bobby Stoner's friends concert. But the early of this year, I dropped the Customer Service 2 album.
Yeah.
February, January, I dropped that. So yeah, and I just shot a music video for Man Up.
Nice.
Which is coming out in a few weeks. But that's what I've been doing with music. But just been focused on it. We've been so hibernated.
Right.
So I'm glad that we have this opportunity to do these events and stuff.
Right. I think that's
to show all my talented folks. Look at him smiling.
Yo, because Bobby know how hyped I get.
Things were starting.
He know how hyped I get. Yeah. And I'm like, even when you said gets bigger, like Manhattan, yo, that fashion show was the most incredible fashion show I've been to in my life.
Awesome. Yeah.
Ever. Ever. Like, it was crazy. I was like, for those who weren't there, Chris got his jersey retired. I'm walking by, I froze up.
Hold on, Chris.
I'm looking at him. I was like, oh, there he go. There he go right there. I froze up. I was like, I wanted to shake his hand, but I ain't shake his hand. I was like, yo, that's him.
Let Chris speak to that. Let's hear from Chris.
You know.
Don't let Fat Lace gas it. That's not how it went down.
What was that dope?
My man Bobby gave roses, and I accepted it, and I appreciate it, man. I'm still the same dude I was when I first met him, man. All love.
Yeah. With the
I'm a model now. I'm like, I'm trying to. Once I saw the bar right here with Chris, I'm like, I want to get my jersey retired.
He's a model.
That was beautiful, man. But just to speak to the music, man, I want to do more collabs, more stuff with artists. So that's why the Bobby Stone and Friends concert is important, because I'm working on a collab with a bunch of artists. So.
Well, let us know, because we'll definitely support the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You just let me know what you need, honey.
Stay posted. Bobby Stone Music on Instagram. I'm gonna keep on advertising and letting the people know.
Absolutely.
It's the 9th, right?
July 9th.
July 9th.
Yeah.
July 9th. It's not your birthday.
Well, my birthday is July 11th. But
the 11th.
July 9th is the party.
Right.
7-Eleven, where you get free slushies on I spoke to them about that,
Really?
Yeah, that's why they have it. No, I'm not. It just sounds good.
For real? I'm like, for real, Bobby? You did that? Edit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Bobby. Well, you're not going to go nowhere because...
No, I'm here. Get to the fellas, man.
Yes, and Bobby's actually going to kind of co-interview with me along with Betty.
I got questions.
You got questions?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So he has questions. So are y'all ready to get y'all questions? All right, y'all good. All right, so look, we're going to take a very, very brief break. And when we come back, we're going to dive into an interview with Mr. Beater himself, Mr. Chris Noel, right here on Behind the Vibez.
Yeah.
We're international women with real bodies, and we have real issues. Women with Control helps you stay in control. It's the uplifting factor of the no more little, no more jiggle.
No wiggle, no jiggle.
Style is not about size, it's about attitude.
Diamond Cosmetics.
And welcome back. So we're gonna get ready to dive into our interview with our supermodel. We just gonna keep calling him a supermodel. I don't care if he says, "Oh no, I'm not." We're just gonna keep calling him. He's our supermodel. So before we start this interview with Chris, let's bring in my girl Betty Boo.
Hi.
Hello, darling. Welcome back from the VIP room.
Hey, Betty.
Well, thank you.
It's very nice.
It took me a long time to get to this one.
Well, now you are here, Boo. Now you're here.
But I am. Hi, everybody. Hi, Bobby.
Peace, sis.
Hi,
And you
Patrick.
now, okay, so next year Betty's gonna come up and she's definitely gonna do the show.
Oh, you're modeling next year, Betty?
I've been modeling for 25 years.
Talk about it.
So you're gonna be modeling at the Earth Day fashion show next year.
If you want me to, Bobby,
We
I'll
love
work
to
out
have
for
you.
you. Let's do it.
I just kind of
Really thank you.
I didn't.
And Angela said, it sounded like Angela said it wasn't a choice for you.
No, I'd really love to. I genuinely, I have an appreciation for your brand and that everything that it represents. I really do.
Thank you so much. We would love to have you.
I told her your story, your backstory, and how
Thank you,
it
girl.
came about.
We would love to have you. You could rock some Ivid or some other independent designers. We'd love to have you. Any friends of Angela is a friend of ours.
Likewise.
Shout out to our Strong Island crew, okay? Bobby. All right, so let's dive into this interview. Let's bring on back Mr. Chris Noel. Hello, sir.
What's up, everybody?
Okay, Chris. So let's just dive right into this interview.
Head first.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
All right.
You called yourself the dog and baby whisperer.
I am.
Explain that.
It's that zen.
Out of
So-
everything that you wrote on your questionnaire, that was the one thing that stuck in my brain.
Yeah. So, true story. As far as baby whisperer goes, first of all, babies always stare at me and kind of like they don't cry, they just stare. Like maybe they look like a bear or teddy bear or whatever. But when my two nieces, my niece was born. I heard she was crying. Like they told me, I dropped everything. I ran to the hospital and she was just bawling at her, just crying. As soon as I got there, I held her. She knocked out, and that was it. She just had peaceful with it, right? And yeah, pretty much any baby I'm around is just super tranquil and chill. And I feel like dogs are the same way. I'm not going to say I'm like Dr. Doolittle out here, but I don't know. Animals, like, especially like people say like cats are super mean or moody or whatever, but I don't know. Like cats always find a way to nudge their head on my leg, and the same thing with dogs. I don't know. Animals and babies love me. I don't know.
So, Betty, what would that be called?
What?
Why
Being able to like connect with animals and I don't know. I think that babies and animals sort of, you and I've said this before, they have sort of like a way of feeling the energy from other people and knowing if they're good or if they're bad. I mean, if you want an evil detector, bring a baby into a room or a dog that's a little timid, and you'll find out real fast, because I find dogs aren't mean unless they're scared. And babies, they feel and sense goodness because they come from goodness.
Right. Absolutely.
And as all the women in our local area just went, so is he single?
Is he Bingo.
It was like, you know, everyone was like, babysit babies.
Yeah. All the local single men said, "Are you babysitting this weekend?"
Hey, if y'all paying, I'm babysitting.
Right, that part.
Can you calm these children?
That's amazing.
Betty,
I had a question.
Yeah, shoot, Betty.
So Chris, I've read your bio and I read your questions, and it's so funny because Angela and I always say the questionnaire really pulls out the person.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me about your mom.
My mama. If you talk about sense and energy, she is the most like nurturing is an understatement. You know, she has been through it. You know, I was pretty much raised by a single mom since I was maybe like 12, 13, rough divorce, all those things. And I literally saw her climb and grow out the mud, you know what I mean? As far as financials and just dealing with, you know, two growing boys, which is, I know now coaching and stuff, I know that's not easy. She, you know, she don't care who you are. You hear like, I cook for you. I'll give you the last, piece of clothing off my back. You know, she loves dogs. She loves kids. She loves the neighbors. She loves everybody. And, if I see her upset or hurting, like I'm always like, I literally feel that energy immediately. You know, she is the driving force in my life and definitely the strongest person I know. And, even now, like that, I'm a grown man. You know, she's like, you're not too old for a whipping, and she's always still there, ready to be like Mama Bear. You know what I mean? Like that never goes away, no matter what.
I say that to my daughter when she gets older.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait until she's like 25. You are not too old to get a whooping.
Yeah,
she's like 25 and say that to her.
Yo, I watched his mom come and clap for him at the first show he walked off. Like, he's everything she said is she's a reflection of that.
That's so wonderful. That's awesome. I know as a mom, like when I've been a single mom and I've been a married mom, and single motherhood, I did it for longer than the latter, and it's rough. It can be really lonely and you feel defeated, but when you start to see these little humans that you've raised developing into respectful, good people, then you kind of feel like, you feel good about it. And I think that when you're raised by good parents, or when you yourself have to become a good parent, it sort of makes you want to reach out into your community more, because you want to be for the other kids that maybe either didn't have what you had, or did have what you have but lost it, and you want to be able to be there and be who you needed or who you had.
Absolutely.
Right, absolutely, and we appreciate strong women like you. We really do.
That's the whole thing. When they say hurt people, but heal people too. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
It's true, man.
They really do.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think, as a single mom, like being a parent and having to guide, especially having a teenager, that like teenage life, I'm not even about this life. I don't even know where it came from. And I will say this. Now, Chris, do you have any kids? Do you have kids or no?
I do not.
You do not? Okay. So I'm going to just tell you this. As a parent, if you have a child, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And Betty, I know you can attest to this too. It's a beautiful experience. I love having a child. It's the greatest thing in the world. But I will tell you this. When you become a parent, you sign up for one thing that you never believed. Do you know what it is?
What's that?
That you will have a form of mental illness. Because raising another person will drive you sometimes insane, because you do not know what this person wants or how this person feels, and you have to learn that person. So to raise a person comes with going a little crazy.
Yeah, Maddox didn't speak till he was almost 6. And including Mama, like I didn't hear anything until my world was silent, apart from screaming or difficult times, until he was about 5 years old. And then he came up the stairs one night and just out of the blue wrapped his arms around my neck and said, "I love you, Mama." And it's an impossible love.
Right.
It's
an impossible
it is
feel.
a grade of patience that is you can't find it anywhere else.
Yeah. So the love that you have for your mom, trust me, we get it. And that's not an easy process. And the fact that your mom still has that effect on you, that's a blessing.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I wanted to be able to give her props because I read about her stuff and your stuff.
Right. So shout out to your mama.
Shout out to mom. She's a fantastic, phenomenal woman.
Yes. Oh, I
He's
love
a good person and he's handsome too.
Look, we're gonna get you auction block. We're gonna get Chris married with some babies.
Yeah.
Not the auction block on Juneteenth. Don't do that. Don't do me like that.
You do it at the fashion show.
Hello, Ken. Okay. We're gonna have to find this man a queen. Look at this. He's in a suit. Oh, girl. Oh my God, girl. You know I'm a sucker for a man in a suit.
I'm gonna use that pose.
Oh,
You
that's
can't steal his pose.
Nah.
Yo, they
Look
trying
at
to steal your
that.
pose. Chris, he say you gonna steal your pose.
I'm a bomb.
No, I'm no gatekeeper. You use it, all of that, man.
I'm a bomb.
Nah,
So,
Chris.
I'm about to see up when I do it.
I love it.
He
Okay.
can't steal your pose, man.
Amazing pictures. Which
Thank
leads
you.
me into my next question: the industry. How did you get in it, and then just kind of shoot through it like a star?
Listen, it has been wild. How it started was I was shopping on ASOS online, and they're only overseas, they're not really over here. So I seen one dude, I'm like, he looks just like me. Like his beard was like shorter, but the face, I was like, it could be my twin. And at the time, I was working on my first master's, and one of my colleagues, who was a close friend of mine now, she has her own like lifestyle sort of women's website and brand. And she was like, do you want to shoot? I'm like, yes. So she's like, listen, we picked a date, and I feel like every other model who is from New York or visits New York, we went to Dumbo because that's where everybody goes. And we shot, it was January of 2019, and it was maybe 15 degrees. And I shot 15 looks in 5 hours, and I loved every second of it. I was freezing, but I loved it. So that was just how
It's a
I
lot of looks for 5 hours.
Right. It was a lot. It was a lot. Getting half naked in the cold and all that. But and at that point she was like, what's your why? Like, are you in it? Like for me, I initially started this journey just to try. Like I'm the type of person, like I try a million different things just to see how it goes. Like I love having my hand in everything. And what I tell other folks too is you need to decide if you want to pursue this for the long run or if you just want to do it to try. And both those sides of the spectrum is okay. But you got to decide early because you can see, how much work you want to put in. So
Right.
I told her, like, I want to take it as far as I can. And she basically gave me the how to. She's like, listen, here are the dudes doing it right now. And, see what they're doing and what brands are looking for, and create social media like geared towards your modeling, follow like-minded folks, and I started that way. And I attended my first show as an audience member in February of 2019. That was the Curvy AF event. And they had like an intermission walk the runway contest sort of thing. And I remember that was the first time I even wore something that was like me. I'm a very like sort of dull tone, don't wear crazy prints and none of that. That's how it was, at least. But I wore like this royal blue suit with like the floral jacquard lapel, and I wore like a royal blue hat. And I was like, I just want to get up like old me would have been like, nah, forget this, man. Like you don't got the guts to do it. But I literally stepped out on faith that night. I walked the runway. I won the little intermission contest. And from that moment on, I made so many connections. And I think even Bobby and Gwen was there. That's why I met Sawana. That's why I met Jeannie Ferguson. That's why
I didn't even know that story. That's crazy.
That's dope.
So that was the first time I even met folks. And literally from that day, a lot of those folks are so very dear friends to me right now. And it literally went from that to doing a couple shows. The first show I did was Fashion Week Brooklyn, and then the second show right after that was Bobby Stone's Tino's show. And shout out to Bobby because he's legit the first dude to take a shot on me, like to trust me with wearing his brand and all these things. And I learned very quickly that while there's some space for us, that there wasn't a lot of opportunities for bigger brothers. And that show turned into another show. Then I got signed, and then now it's like, I'm not. Again, I still consider myself, like a novice. Like I'm still learning every day. I'm still trying different things, but things are happening, and now I'm getting some consistent work, and it's crazy. I told everybody I went into this not expecting anything, so anything that happens is a plus. And I'm super
pun intended with the plus.
No, right? No pun intended.
Yo, I wanted to say this though. Yo,
go ahead, Bobby.
Yo, I'll never be jealous. I don't have a beard because my beard don't connect. I always tell you and him, I'm jealous of beard gang.
They don't want to secret.
But I still throw y'all the runway though, right?
Yeah.
My brother, tell them about the Vims. Tell them about the Vims.
So, growing up, I grew up in Queens, born and raised. I'm a Queens kid through and through. I'm always gonna rep Queens.
Hey,
so growing up, my second family was around like 164 in Hillside. So I went to Bayside High School. We was always on Jamaica Ave. And when I would visit my grandma in Brooklyn, like all I saw was VIM stores. My older brothers, that's where they shopped growing up. You know what I mean? And they reached out to me on IG, and this was a couple years back, and I worked with them several times since then. And they were literally like, listen, man, we're trying to expand our big and tall section on our website. And because, it was pretty much just one dude they had all over their website before that. And shout out to them. They're one of the very few, and what I consider big brands, mainstream brands that are recognizable brands that, they were like, listen, man, we want to trust you to, showcase our brand. And it was dope. I mean, I've had sessions with them where I'm wearing like a goose down in like 95-degree weather. But again, I love all these things, man.
Bro, that's our culture. VIM, the best jeans and sneaker store in America.
Like that commercial was real.
I still remember going there buying academics clothing and all that stuff.
Proud of you,
I appreciate you.
Well, you are a supermodel on Behind the Vibes, honey, regardless of what you say. And I love how humble you are, but that's supermodel status to me. Yeah, I mean, to have such a progressive career in such a short amount of time. So
I have actually heard this before the show.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. That's amazing. Yep. Chris, look, don't go anywhere, darling, because we're going to take a quick little break. Yeah. And I want you to stick around because we have some more questions for you, especially
I'm ready.
Segment. But when we come back, you guys, we're gonna dig into 2 more interviews with my boy Fat Face and Mr. Jim Molly, Lyrical Soul. When we come right back here on Behind the Vibes. Yeah.
She walks like she's on a mission. Everybody watching her move. Everybody paying attention. Mama ain't raised no fool. She's on fire. She's on fire. She's on fire. Yeah. She's on fire.
Welcome back. Man, these behind the scenes, man. I'm telling you. Yes, and you guys see, it's like the bottles keep growing on the table. It's because it's a celebration of Men's Month. And right. And speaking of which, I want to introduce my next guest. He is his own host of Beards and Bald Heads. You gotta show your bald head when I say that. Oh, wow. Beards and Bald Heads.
I'm gonna make sure I had no crumbs.
Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Fat Lady. What's up, Fat Lady? How are you doing?
I'm here.
Welcome to the show.
What? y'all got to see everything behind the bars. This is real. This is dope.
Thank you, love.
I thought I had something nice. It's just levels. It's levels. Mentors.
Welcome to Long Island.
Yes.
Welcome to Long Island.
Yes.
Bobby is the best. We love Bobby. So, okay, so let me just dive right into it. What inspired you to start your show?
Being fronted on.
What you mean?
People was fronting on me. I was fronting on myself. I had to change my conversation.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I remember having
Talk
a
to me.
conversation with this great man right here.
Mhm.
And yo, what do you do? I think he was like, do you MC? What do you do? A lot of stuff that I was blessed with gifts that I used to do in like say the 2000s, 90s. I stopped doing it.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped doing it. And then I got into a situation where I started getting back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be careful with my words, the way I say it, for certain reasons.
Right.
You know, I can't go on like I want to. So
Right.
so I was like, I got to change my conversation. And when you change your conversation, when you stay disciplined and focus on what you got to do, I'm like, yeah. So I had to.
You had to change up your mindset.
My mindset.
And then once you change your mindset, that
Yeah.
release your
Because when
artistic to come out.
Yeah, when you hang when you hang with people who bring the best out of you, you don't want to be the one when they say, what you up to? Chilling.
Right.
That's a whack response.
That's not a good response.
It's not.
No, you hang with people who are like this. Like, for instance, my girl, Teresa, come here, boo. So I was really like on a mission to get my show back on. Teresa with the tea time. Get your butt up here.
Teresa
Stop here
fly.
real quick.
Teresa
I want
fly.
y'all to say hi to my girl, Teresa
come
with the
through,
tea
Teresa.
time.
I'll come right here.
Teresa got my legs to the real wall. I love it.
Teresa from the Tower of
Y'all
Pizza.
see it?
Teresa from Tea Time. Her show was on Mondays.
Yes.
And so talking about like-minded people, I was just, we were just talking about that. And I said, well, speaking of which, she actually met me.
I met her.
She met me.
approached
She
her.
approached me.
You know I'm looking for a future boo-boo, right? You got Teresa on my leg. What's
How the name begins with T?
Yo.
Yes, Teresa with the Tea Time.
There you go.
And so she came to me and we just had a conversation.
Mhm.
And ever since then, like we have been like the closest
it.
of friends.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
That's
And then
how
she
it's
actually helped me come here to Strong Island.
I got to talk into your chest. That's how it happens.
Yes, that's how it happens.
That's what's
So
up.
yes, speaking of like-minded,
So-
this is my like-minded sister.
Oh,
Get it.
thank
It's
you,
like
man.
that.
Okay, get off this man's head.
Wow.
That before.
You gotta
She'll be back.
don't get me all excited.
But the main idea,
You
this
had
is
me
what
at
it
the
looks
shot.
like. But the main idea, this is what it looks like when you got like-minded people.
Yes, that's
Like-minded
exactly
people.
what it
You
looks
get
like.
this kind of production.
Yes.
It's exactly what it looks like.
Like-minded
I
And,
get
and,
it. I
and,
get
and,
it.
and I had to just change my attitude towards life. Can't blame anybody else. Take accountability of what my goals was. And,
That's
and
right.
I'm like, let's get busy. Let me do God's work. I've been
That's
blessed.
right.
So
And I love
Yeah.
your show.
thank you.
I gotta make it and come. I'm actually gonna come on your show.
You have to.
I am gonna come on the show.
Oh,
I am.
thank
I don't
you.
have a bald head.
No,
I don't have a beard.
but it's about the
Fashion and beauty, too.
fashion and beauty. The
I can
premise
do that.
the premise was blessing and giving props to the hairstylists and the barbers. And my main thing was the people behind the scenes.
Yes.
It's so many dope people behind the scenes before we even get to like the hosts, the models, and they like you were behind the scenes at the fashion show.
Yes.
There's so many dope people that's behind like the energy.
Before she came out, they didn't even realize.
Nobody knew I was modeling.
Yeah.
Yo, so it's like it's so many people behind the scenes before you even get to that don't get the love.
That's true.
And I'm like, let me do God's work and give love to the people that deserve it. You know what I'm saying? That don't get enough love, in my opinion. Yo, Teresa,
said
I'm just
she
saying.
needs some love.
My leg needs some more
Oh
warmth.
my
too.
gosh. Okay.
Felt good.
I'm from Bayside.
Chris done- So Chris got my future boo boo. We still
Chris,
good.
she's from Bayside.
Chris,
Teresa is from Bayside. Am I having a hookup show right now?
yes, you
Is
are.
my show turned to a hookup show? This
Yes,
show
it
about to go
was.
viral. We're about to have a whole
y'all
hookup
page
on
is
the show.
lit. This page is lit.
It's lit right now. Okay, so look, you stay right here, Fat Lace,
I'm here.
because we're gonna zoom in to our next interview. Bobby, can you bring on Betty and Jim Marley, aka Mr. Lyrical Soul? Welcome. Thank you so
Hey,
much for being patient in our VIP room. Have they been treating you good back there?
Oh yeah, man, it's lit. It's lit, man. Y'all are something else over there, man.
DM my guy a cocktail. Email him a cocktail.
Yes, we're gonna email you a cocktail.
I'm there.
Hey, he got it.
Shout out to Vibez. Bought me a whole bottle of champagne. Right. He bought me.
You see how fast?
Right.
that came?
Yes.
Y'all see how fast that came? That's crazy.
I still have my going away vodka.
You still got your vodka? Good. Look. Yes, good girl. Look, vodka, tequila, we got wine, champagne, we got everything going on tonight. It's a celebration because this is the end of June, and this is our wrap it up month with our phenomenal men. And so for our last interview, we're going to interview a very talented artist, Mr. Jim Marley. So Jim, okay, so do you want me to call you by your stage name or your government name? Which one you want?
Call me what you like. Call me what you like. You got a few options. You got like
I'll probably go back and forth because I really like your.
Yeah.
Let's start with your name. I love your name.
Okay.
Where did your name come from?
Jim Marley. Jim Marley.
No, well,
Jim
you sound
Marley?
like you're related to Bob Marley, which is quite fine with me. But no, Lyrical Soul. And Bobby, can we pick that picture up of Lyrical Soul? Because there's a picture of you, and everyone has their hand on you. And this one. Please, I saw that, and that just hit me
That is so dope.
hard.
I love it.
That is dope. Tell me, what is
Thank
the
you for that.
concept behind that?
So I mean, if you look really close at the logo, man, so Lyrical Soul is combining the like different entities that tie all people together. So I sat back and I thought about, you know, like it's great to be different, but it's also like dope to like promote a message of unity and interconnectivity. So I was just like, man, what are some things that connect us all that is like not debatable? So then I said, I was in China and I was like in a club in China and Backstreet Boys came on. So you got like the Asians up in there, black folks up in there, everybody vibing to the same song. So I'm like, music is so powerful. You can hear a song and you start to like, it resonates with you. You start to think about like the first time you heard it, why you love it so much. And at that point in time, it didn't matter what their day was about, what happened that week. They was just like, yo, we in the moment in that song. And it was a vibe.
What song?
Yes.
Appreciate what song it
Yes,
was.
what song was it?
It was like, am I unusual?
Oh, Backstreet.
Just prove your point. Just prove your point. Right?
Actually,
That's my song. Okay, look, I'm eclectic. I like all music.
I rock with
Okay.
that track.
Are they bye?
I rock with that track.
No, that's insane.
You probably felt like you was at home.
No fault.
Jim probably
All of them
felt
was
at
the
home.
same.
how you doing, my people? How are you? Are you good?
One group for me.
I love them all.
I had a question.
Go ahead, Bo.
Okay, so my question sort of crosses over between Lyrical Soul and it also goes over there to Bobby. This is for everybody, okay?
Ooh, I like this. Go
So
ahead.
when I was a little girl, I remember being 5 years old and I had one of those, you know, the red and blue and yellow cassette players with a little microphone on the side.
Yes.
You know what I'm about?
Yes.
I'm old, so I had one of those. And I remember the first moment that I fell in love with music. So for me, it was actually a Led Zeppelin song. It was "Stairway to Heaven." Was the first song that I was just like, I just kind of closed my eyes and I went where that song took me. You know what I mean? So my question for all three of you guys is what song was it and when was the moment that you fell in love with hip hop?
Damn. Go ahead, Lyric.
Wow.
Yeah, Lyrical Soul.
You go first.
This Lyrical Soul waited so long. We're going to just throw that on him first.
Go for it. I want to know.
I mean, hands down, Biggie, Juicy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I love that record and I love Biggie. Like, he's like one of the, like, he's my all-time great in hip hop. And it's because like that jazz in his voice, like Biggie he raps like he's breathing. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
I think that record was really, it was like really melodic. You feel me? It wasn't just a beat, man.
Yeah.
His voice was an instrument.
He
So
flowed
for sure,
really.
Biggie Juicy.
Yeah, he spoke it. Sort of like I know that one of Bobby's influences is Tupac, which I love Tupac. I think he was an incredible human and an incredible artist and an incredible poet. And he sort of did the same thing. And I think that that's what's missing almost in music today is like that.
Absolutely.
That where you just, it feels like the words are just coming from your heart to your mouth. You know what I mean?
My response to your question, I would have to go with like going back to my childhood, my older sisters and brothers. We was fascinated by Biz Markie. You got what I need. I remember me and my sister. You know, we were talking about it the other day. Me and my sister, we literally was watching Video Music Box. We would tape Video Music Box, by the way. Every episode, we would tape it on VHS. Boom, and then we would pause it just to write down the lyrics.
Wow.
If
you put the tape over the little holes at the bottom and the other tape, then you can record over them.
So yo, you would go to school and you would show off at school. Like, I know it, you don't know it.
Right. You know the lyrics.
I think that was a moment where I was just like, yo,
I agree.
I want to be like this. Like, and Biz Markie wasn't super like how most people look at artists today, right? He wasn't like
He was fun though.
He was fun.
Like super flashy. I got ice. I got girls. I got nothing. You know, rest in peace, by the way.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's when I was just like, yo, I'm a hip hop youth right now. I'm this forever.
Hey, Bobby, can you bring back Chris? Because I want him to answer that question too.
He was flying funny. Chris, who you rocking with, Chris?
Ooh, it's too much because I come from a musical family, but my oldest brother, he used to DJ a lot when he lived over in Farragut Projects with my grandmother and grandfather at the time. So anything he was spinning, I was listening to. But the earliest stuff I can remember when I was little that I used to bob my head to a lot. The first track was Big Pun Beware. Anything on Illmatic, and also the Beat Nuts was huge when I was growing up. Those are the things that I was listening to and just bumping constantly.
Getting mad money off the books.
Crooks in here. Crooks in here. All right, stop. Copyright. All right.
Yeah. They got he didn't play it. Don't play it, Bobby.
He ain't gonna play it.
You can always do covers.
All right, Pat, what you got?
Crush Grove.
That's a classic.
LL Cool J.
That's a classic.
When we did radio, it was it for me. And when Bag came out, it was it for me. I'm like 7. And when he like, don't eat Oreos, eat Cool J cookies. My real name is Jason. You know, so when he was zipping off,
they really
like
had people be getting on Fab. If you talk about Fab with the snacks, they really had.
It was LL. Yeah. I used to rap in the vacuum cleaner. That was
wait. And so Angela,
because it made that noise.
What's your hip hop moment? Especially coming from Philly, what's your hip hop moment?
Ooh. Why you got to throw my Philly in there?
Yo, I never knew you were from Philly.
Yeah, I'm from Philly.
They got the Will Smith vibes. They got
PS.
They got
Freeway Beanie.
Yeah, me too.
So who you?
It had to be the Roots.
Black Dog.
Nice.
It had to be the Roots because I mean that's Philly all day.
Sister arts nemesis.
You can look.
Yeah,
like seriously.
What about you, Betty? Betty, did you pick?
Hers was Led Zeppelin.
Oh, Led Zeppelin.
Well, no, that wasn't my hip hop song. Though.
Oh no, yeah. So what's your hip hop?
What's your hip hop one? Oh, Bobby Stone. Yeah, we all agree. Yeah.
Customer service. Hey.
Go ahead, Betty. What's your pick?
So, I actually didn't fall in love with a mainstream hip hop artist. When I was younger, I was about 9 years old, and I was with my grandparents. We were in Georgia, and there were these boys, and they were young. I mean, they were 16, 17, and they were rapping on the corner, and just somebody was playing some music, and they were just spitting, and it was amazing. And it was like watching spoken poetry, like the argument of the sound and the almost like the call to justice and everything that they were saying. And for me, like I love all kinds of music. I love any kind of music you can think of, but that was the day that I fell in love with hip hop.
Amazing. Love it. Love it. All right, so let's go back to lyric real quick. So, I'm sorry. Did you have a question? Did you want to ask lyric?
No, go ahead.
Do you have a question?
I
like,
see all the time. I ask him questions. Y'all ask Lyrical Soul a question.
But
so,
on some real, my bad. Like
No,
on some
no.
real, much to that point, and even how we got here, when everybody started rapping their favorite lyrics and talk about when they fell in love with hip hop, y'all started rapping those lyrics, man. That's the lyric in Lyrical Soul. You see
Yeah.
how that brought us all together? All
Mhm.
the joy here,
It ties
everybody
everything.
smiling. It's crazy, right? And then we got Soul, which is sun, right? Or short for Soleil. So the sun is is the most like reliable source of energy, the most reliable natural source of energy. Without it, we all cease to exist, right? So
That's
we
right.
got Lyrical Soul, right? Like we got two entities that sometimes we take for granted, right? Just like life, sometimes we just take it for granted, man. But we really got to put that at the forefront and find the strength in us being together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think like my other question, I hate to like run over y'all, but I love y'all. Because I really like I studied. let me.
You got a minute, boo. Go right ahead. You got a minute.
So for me, I want to know, Lyrical Soul, tell me how you feel education can transform a community.
Man, because information is powerful,
Amen.
right? Information is powerful, man. Like it's so there's been times where like it was threatening for you to know too much. You know what I'm saying? And why is that threatening? You know what I'm saying? Now it becomes like what you're gonna do with it. So that's the what. You got to tie in the how, and you got to tie in the why. So to know where we headed, you got to know where we've been. You understand that? So like I'm big on history, right? I'm big on history, and I follow it all the way through to like present times. And education and information is something that we can't take for granted. So once we tie that in with the music, right? Like we love music. You saw what it did for us. Now, if we could put these messages, this information in the music, we're unstoppable as a people.
I think information has always been hidden in music.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Amazing. I mean, I couldn't say it any better. I mean, and that's the actual show. Like Lyric, you actually just closed out the show. I could have not.
That was a great closing.
Right, anything. Look, his first time on the show.
Information transformation.
And just
there you go.
You gave me all the flowers and all the stars that I need.
Unity of music.
Right, exactly. And I love for music, which I think, like we said, music is universal and that can unite people.
Absolutely.
So as artists, we all have to watch what we put out there because you want to put out things that unite people, not divide them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, real quick. I want everybody to drop their social media, your website. How can people follow you? How can people book you? You want to hire these talented artists? I think you absolutely should. Drop it. Chris, go first.
All right. Reach out, Bearded Chris Noel on Instagram. I respond to every single DM, comment, all those things. My website's www.beardedchrisperez.com. Hit me up for all inquiries there. Booked and busy. I'm manifesting. Let's do it.
That's right. Book him. He's a beautiful male plus size model. I mean, look. I give you your homage, Lovey. Love it. Lyric Soul, I know they want to follow you, honey, because you just dropped all types of souls and gems. I'm like, you got to follow him. Drop your knowledge.
I appreciate it. Lyrical Soul, at Lyrical Soul on Instagram. Website, www.lyricalsoul.com. Lyrical Soul on Facebook. Everything Lyrical Soul. Everything. Everything.
The sun.
Love y'all. Yes,
My June
yes.
families, how can they follow you? Beards and Bald Heads. And when does your show air? Where does it air?
It is every Monday at 9-ish. Heavy on the ish. Y'all know how we do sometimes. 9-ish. BKS1 Radio TV on YouTube.
When it is, hitting.
But now when it's there, it's worth the ish. I try to let people know
Yes.
it's worth all
I
that.
need a shirt that says
When I
heavy
come
on
through,
the
we're
edge.
gonna start on time.
Yeah, we're gonna start on time.
Yeah, when I come through, we're gonna start on time.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring that Bobby energy because Bobby don't let me start not on time. Okay. Look, both my Bobbies. I got two Bobbies in here.
And on with social media
Yes.
at Fat Lace PHATLACE on IG.
Pretty high and tempting. Fat. PHAT. That's
There
right.
you go.
All right, and of course,
Yeah.
the star of our show, Mr. Bobby Stone.
Yo.
Is it?
I don't know, but the only thing that makes me a star is that my brothers are here to shine with me.
Yes.
I want to thank you for inviting me. The lady said, the queen said, invite your brothers, any dope brothers you know. And so look at the screen, man. And I want my brothers to know how I feel about them. And thank you for making them feel valued, because I think that's what we need the most. We need to feel like we know we're doing the right thing. We know we got great product, but sometimes we need the value from a Betty, a Angela, a powerful women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we need y'all support. So Bobby Stone Music, Instagram, you know, YouTube,
Facebook.
Bobby Stone, Facebook,
Twitter,
Movement. But if you
Tino's.
Don't forget Ibit, the new old school brand, Tino's Fashion Show, Bobby Stone Music, all of that.
But why do we all know, right?
Yo,
If we all know, all
but look at the system. Chris is in my music videos, my fashion shows, like Lyrical Soul, man. He's also part of the movement, and I love. And Betty, we love to welcome to the new old school, sis.
Yay!
Should we tell them about the Maxim cover?
Oh yes, shout that out, please, before we wrap this up.
Where can we follow you, my dear? Oh, I think I follow you, but everything else.
I'm in the Maxim Cover Girl competition. I'm actually first in my group.
3 days.
Go.
The last 3 days.
You can find me at Curvy Model Betty Sarvis on IG.
Okay.
Yes.
Is the voting link in your bio?
Yes, it is.
All right, say no more.
So you guys vote.
You got 4 votes right here. You just got 4 new votes.
Yes,
right here.
vote. Keep her number 1 for the Maxim Cover Girl, which has a $25,000 prize. Okay, get those votes in, babies. Get those votes in. All right, Bobby. Oh my gosh, Chris, Lyric, Betty, Fat. Y'all have been just amazing. Thank you for helping me close out this amazing month of all celebrations, of all people, and for us to all unite. I really appreciate it. So, Bobby, let's put everybody in the VIP so I can shut this thing down. Ibit, right? Yeah. Well, we're still here.
She's so dope.
Do you love it?
No, I'm like in awe right now. Like I'm like just trying to let it all sink. You ain't trying to live in the moment.
Let it all sink in.
No.
Let it all sink in. Well, while Fat Lace is letting it sink in, I just want to say Happy Father's Day to everyone. Happy Pride Month to all of my LGBTQ plus people. And of course, happy Juneteenth to my ancestors, to my family, to my brothers.
Yes.
That is a true celebration of an accomplishment of overcoming in this country. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for following us on social media. And we will see you guys next month where? Right here on Strong Island TV at Behind the Vibes.
Behind the Vibes. Let's go.
Good night. It's time to drink.
Peace.